Heavy hailstones in 5 Chinese provinces penetrated car windows, injuring many people. A sandstorm swept through 15 provinces, leaving China in a state of an apocalypse-like scenario. Virginia prisoners who used toothbrushes to escape were caught at the Pancake restaurant. A man who was wrongfully convicted and sentenced to 400 years is freed after 34 years in jail. It's all covered in today's China Truths. China. Heavy hailstorms hit 5 provinces, shattering car windows and injuring many people. In recent years, under the rule of the CCP, China has had to endure many natural disasters and abnormal weather phenomena that occur regularly. A few days ago, large hailstones, some as big as the palm of a hand, fell in 5 southern provinces of China, injuring many people. Before the heavy rain, at noon in the city of Fuzhou, the day turned into night, which was truly frightening. In the past week, provinces such as Jiangxi, Zhejiang, Fujian, Guangxi, Guangdong, and others have experienced large hailstorms, some with a diameter of 2 centimeters and some as large as chicken eggs, causing many injuries and severe damage to property, including the destruction of flowers and trees. Videos posted online show dense hailstones falling from the sky, shattering the windshields and rearview mirrors of many cars. In addition to the hail, the severe convective weather also comes with thunderstorms and strong gusts of wind, with gusts reaching up to level 12 in many places. Large hailstones and gales also fell in many places in Guangdong, causing many roofs to be torn off. A large number of videos have been circulating on the internet, showing the horrifying scenes of multiple hailstorms in the southern region. In the videos, dense blocks of ice fall with strong winds, hitting the streets and rooftops, and creating loud and terrifying sounds. Many car windshields are shattered, roofs are pierced with holes, and the personal belongings of residents are damaged. Moreover, many people are injured with their heads bleeding and covered in bandages due to the large hailstones hitting them. Additionally, last week a heavy rainstorm hit Fuzhou, the capital of Fujian province. During the storm, dark clouds brought thunder and lightning. Around 11 a.m., the day turned into night immediately, and darkness lasted for about 2 hours. Because it was daytime, there were no street lights, and the city was pitch black, creating a very frightening scene. A sandstorm swept through 15 provinces, leaving China in a state of an apocalypse-like scenario. Another noteworthy news from mainland China. Since March, extreme weather events have occurred in many places in China. Among them, many cities in the north have repeatedly suffered from strong sandstorms. According to officials of the China Meteorological Administration, the sandstorm has swept through 15 provinces, affecting about 560 million people, almost half of China's population. Last weekend, the Xinhua news agency reported that the sky over Beijing was grayish-yellow during the morning rush hour, with thick smog and dust filling the air, causing vehicles to move slowly while pedestrians hurriedly walked with sand particles sticking to their faces. The air quality in Beijing has reached a severe level of pollution. On the same day, a blue sun also appeared in the sky over Beijing. Previously, at the beginning of last week, a 100 m high wall of sand attacked the city of Zhangye, Gansu, burying a residential area in the sand and reducing visibility to just 10 m. Sandstorms in China originate from Mongolia and the northwest region of China before spreading to 18 provinces and cities in the north, covering a vast area of nearly 1 million square kilometers. China's meteorological agency warned that this could be the most severe sandstorm of the year in China. Virginia prisoners who used toothbrushes to escape were caught at the Pancake restaurant. 2 prisoners in Virginia managed to escape their cell by digging a hole through a wall with the aid of a toothbrush, but were apprehended within a few hours after being tempted to visit a Pancake restaurant. In a statement, the Newport News Sheriff's Office said 2 inmates were found to be missing during a routine head count around 7 p.m. on Monday at the Newport News Jail Annex. It was discovered that John Garza, 37, and Arlie Nemo, 43, had dug a hole through a jail wall using primitive-made tools fashioned from a toothbrush and metal objects. They then scaled a high prison wall and made good their escape. However, the two men were quickly found after being spotted by members of the public at an IHOP, a branch of the popular pancake chain whose name is short for International House of Pancakes. Garza was in custody on charges including contempt of court, probation violations, and failure to appear. Nemo was being held on charges including credit card fraud, credit card larceny, forgery, possession of burglary tools, grand larceny, contempt of court, and probation violation, the sheriff's office said. A man who was wrongfully convicted and sentenced to 400 years is freed after 34 years in jail. A man who served more than 34 years of a 400-year sentence for an armed robbery was released from a Florida jail this week after prosecutors dismissed charges against the wrongly convicted man. "I never lost hope and always knew this day would come," Sidney Holmes, now 57, said when he learned he would walk free, according to a statement from the Innocence Project of Florida, which worked on his case. "I cannot wait to hug my mother in the free world for the first time in over 34 years. Holmes contacted the Conviction Review Unit of the Broward County State Attorney's Office in November 2020, saying he was innocent of the 1988 crime, the office said. Holmes was arrested in October 1988 in connection with an armed robbery that June of two people outside a convenience store in unincorporated Broward County, just west of Fort Lauderdale, according to the state attorney's office. Accused of being the driver for two unidentified men who committed the robbery, he was convicted by a jury in April 1989 and sentenced the next month, according to the state attorney's office. The Review Unit and the Innocence Project of Florida started a reinvestigation of Holmes' case, and their findings raised reasonable doubts about his guilt, the office said. A strange set of circumstances led to Holmes becoming a suspect, the Innocence Project of Florida said. One of the two victims described a car used in the robbery as a brown Oldsmobile Cutlass with a tan top and a hole in the trunk. Weeks later, the victim's brother saw a brown Cutlass driving down a road and reported the license plate number to authorities. That car was registered to Holmes, the Innocence Project said. Holmes had an alibi, and his car had key differences from the perpetrator's vehicle, his attorney said. A judge on Monday approved the request from the state attorney's office and the Innocence Project to vacate Holmes' sentence and conviction, and prosecutors dismissed the charge, the state attorney's office said. That afternoon, Holmes walked out of a Broward County detention facility and into the arms of his mother and family in an emotional embrace. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.